Hi, Chef Ryan Phillips here. I don't know about you, but I grew up with big family Thanksgiving meals with a lot of great food. And when I came to Korea, sometimes it was hard to find a turkey and an oven big enough to cook it in. So me and my friends would get together and we would buy an amazing Korean ingredient, fresh duck. Now, taking a few other things and deboning the duck and rolling it up, we've got duck roulade. We are going to start today with an already deboned duck. This is just amazing to have in Korea. The whole duck, deboned, skin on. And if you have a friend or family member that's not so sure about duck, they think maybe it's a little gamey, trust me, this little curing process we're going to do is going to fix all of that. I just have a little bit of dark brown sugar, 5 tablespoons. And the equal amount of salt. And we'll combine the two. And then I've got a little bit of soy sauce here, and I'm just gonna splash a bit of this over our duck. Just a tablespoon or two. Don't worry about the skin side. We're just focusing on the flesh here. All right. Now, take your mixture of salt and dark brown sugar and sprinkle it all over evenly. All right, now let's set this aside for about 1 hour outside the fridge to get that cure going. It's been an hour. You can see the difference of this. Let's rinse off the excess cure on here. And then more importantly than that, water really is the enemy when you're doing a duck roulade. So just be sure and pat it nice and dry. And you'll see this lovely, rich color come out of the duck. Now for this duck roulade, we're going really traditional, kind of old school Korean flavors. So I want to start with some ginger. And I've got this chopped up nice. Just gonna spread this around. And next, I have some whole black peppercorns, 1 teaspoon. A little bit of grated fresh cinnamon, just a half a tablespoon tops. Next, we have these beautiful dried dates right here. I'm just gonna cut around the pits. 3 dried dates there. And now we're gonna go to our garlic, cut each one into maybe 4 pieces. All right, and again, we'll just sprinkle these over. And now just a few walnuts. You can just break these up. And these pumpkin seeds, 1 tablespoon. 1 dried red Korean chili, just kind of split down the middle. Now, last but not least, we've got Korean ginseng, the famous, the one, the only, and 2 of these young roots in here are gonna fit perfectly. You know, this stuff has medicinal uses, lovely sweetness, earthiness to it, and just a little bit goes a long way. And one thing that's really important with any duck roulade is that you don't try to stuff too much inside of it. We don't have too much here. This will roll up really nice. So start rolling it up from either side. Next, we need to get some butcher's twine. About 90 centimeters ought to do it. Okay. And this does take a little practice, but start on either end. I'll do a slip knot so that I can pull it really nice and tight. And then there is a nice kind of trick. If you hold the string down to the board with one thumb and then stretch it out flat across the board, it makes it easier to slide underneath the whole duck. And then wrap that around and go to the next ring and just keep repeating that. And when you get down all the way to the very end, just tie it off tight. And hopefully you've got it fairly uniform so it'll hold together while we sear and bake this. Now we cured the inside of the duck, but we didn't season the outside. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of salt here, all around. Okay, and now a very, very hot pan. And we don't need any oil for this because duck fat is one of my favorite fats. It's gonna render off so quickly that we don't need to put any kind of butter or oil in this pan. Now we wanna get some really nice color. It just takes about a minute on each side. So back a number of years ago, I missed Thanksgiving so much, I started smoking turkeys for a few customers each year here. And one year, lo and behold, no turkeys came to Korea. Not a single one was available in the whole country. And that's when we came up with the duck roulade as a substitute for people, and folks absolutely loved it. It was easy to slice, easy to serve, and they could choose different ingredients that would go inside. Okay, our duck roulade is seared off nicely. Let's transfer this over to our rack. All right, to finish this cooking here, we've got an oven prepped up to 170 degrees centigrade. And we're gonna give it about 15 minutes. There we go. So we've already got a lot of traditional Korean flavors with our duck, but I wanna add a few more. And we're gonna make a jjigae, which is kind of a pickled leaf. It starts with 5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 teaspoon of Korean red chili flakes, a teaspoon of minced garlic, a tablespoon of chopped scallions, and 2 tablespoons of diced green chilies. All right. Now, these have already been washed and are very dry. I'm just gonna take one at a time here, lay a leaf down in the bowl, and spoon over a small amount of our pickling mixture, and then another leaf. Just keep repeating that for about 10 leaves here. Now you know it wasn't gonna be that easy. This actually, you need to throw in the fridge overnight, but after about 24 hours, it'll be ready to go. And so yesterday, I started this one for you guys, and you can kind of see the difference in color. And that one's ready to enjoy with our duck. Okay. Let's take a look. Yeah. Now, of course, just like a nice thick steak, this needs a little resting time. I'd say probably about 10 or 15 minutes total, and then it'll be ready to slice into. Our butcher's twine. Oh, so tender. Let me plate some of this up. Got our duck breast on this side. Perfectly cooked. All right, there we go. Our duck roulade is done. Here we go to satisfy those Thanksgiving cravings. Duck roulade. Build the perfect bite here. Wow. I might have to make this every Thanksgiving from now on. The Korean flavors here just work so well with it. And then all wrapped up with the pickled perilla leaf. Incredible. You know, nothing overpowers too much. Everything kind of just melds together. Incredible. That little bit of cinnamon really kind of reminds me of Western holiday meals too.